Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to part 9 of the Sea of Stars walkthrough. Guys, you are in for an absolute treat this episode. This is my favorite part of the game so far, bar none. It is really good. I love this new area we're going to. We have some great story and 2 bosses to get through. So let's jump right into it, making sure that Garl is well equipped so that we can go ahead and do this new dungeon as easily as possible. So once he is all equipped, then we're going to go up and talk to the headmaster to get rolling. Ready to leave? Yes. Well then, let us head out. Stay close to me, everyone. Onwards, to the cleansing! Surely you weren't thinking of coming with us. Hey, I can fight, and I'm a good support. Dwellers are impervious to all but solstice magic. Your mere presence would be a liability. Well, the Elder Mist gave me special permission. What? I'll know when to step aside, don't worry. Make sure you don't get in the way. You got it, Headmaster. Which I didn't need to hear, given that Ernest is my middle name. Anyway, then he said he never used any spells on regular monsters, only to use nothing but the most expensive one when he fought a boss. I am confused as to how any of this can be considered fun. Well, to each their own, I guess. Going somewhere, Captain? If it's always dark here, how will we know when the eclipse happens? You'll know. The curse of the Night Shroud is strong, but it won't withstand the eclipse. Can't wait to see that. Any moment now. Valere? The time has come. Solstice warriors, channel through me. That was awesome! Quickly now, our window is short. Erlina and Brugaves, you will clear the basement. Do be careful, the glutton is a fearsome foe. We'll see about that. Zale and Valere, you will cleanse the ballroom and make your way to the gardens. The botanical horror will pose a challenge, but you have what it takes. We won't fail. Remember what you learned, lunar magic against the soul-based ones, and solar magic for those more concrete. I am heading upstairs to start working on the final seal. Join me when you are done, and we will rid the world of the Dweller of Woe once and for all. Godspeed, Solstice Warriors. Welcome to the Haunted Mansion. This place is absolutely awesome. I love the music and the atmosphere, but we've got a lot of treasure to get to, so let's go up and we'll interact with the candles on the right side. That will open up a secret passage that allows us to go around and get a treasure chest that we wouldn't be able to get otherwise. So once you open up this treasure chest, you get an obsidian ingot, then hop down and go through the doorway just below you. There you are. I can't fight the Dweller with you, but I'll do what I can otherwise. Hey, you must be Sarai. I'm Garl. Thanks for the help earlier. We're glad to have you back. Don't mention it. Sarai the assassin joins the party. Use the order command in the game menu or swap command in battle to change your party's composition. Well, I would like to use Sarai for this area, so we'll go down to the order menu and then we can select her and then Garl. That will switch places with them, then just make sure that they're properly equipped and we can keep going. If you get into a fight, you can always use the swap command and that will allow you to use someone else. Well, let's run up and into this room. There are a couple of books that fly around, and these things, these spell books, are really nasty monsters because they have a lot of interesting spells that they can use against us, some of which can do a whole lot of damage. And they focus on either a fire-based attack. That's probably the worst one because it's very hard to get the timing down to dodge it, and it does a lot of damage for all of your characters. They can do a lightning attack on all characters, and they can do a bubble drop where they pick up one character and then drop you down. So if you want to negate some of that damage, you can use the Lunar Shield skill from Valere. That will mean that you're not taking one hit of damage per character. And then we're just going to work on taking out these monsters as quickly as possible. So if you can, try to break their skills so that they can't use it, but otherwise we will just do what we can to eliminate them quickly and then move on. Thank you for getting rid of those evil spirits. Here, you can use this fire if you need to rest. There are other lost souls in this mansion who can help you, but they won't come out while evil spirits are around. Okay, let's go and interact with the campfire, and we will be able to rest up and then continue on. So if we want to progress through the game and interact with more of these ghosts, then all we have to do is clear out all the enemies in the area. We'll just save the game really quick and then proceed over toward the right side. We can go up into the doorway. Here are some new monsters. Using the grapploo, you can get an early attack in on them, and these guys are called waltzers. They're pretty dangerous. They do an attack where they send out a little purple cloud thing over toward you, and it's really hard to get the timing down for it, and it will do upwards of 40 to 50 damage if it hits you unguarded. So you definitely want to eliminate them as quickly as possible. These guys are spirit type enemies, and as the headmaster said, they are more weak to the lunar magic, so anything that we use from Valere will do a lot of damage to them. So let's try to eliminate these enemies and then go on. Here's the attack that's hard to dodge. It comes in and then it kind of curves around instead of going straight at you, so it actually occurs later than what you might think. And even if you do block it, it still does over 30 damage. Well, once that's done, go talk to the ghost over here. Over generations, the evil presence has fully engulfed these rooms and halls. Are you here to help? Then perhaps you should take a look at the torch left of the fireplace. Well, if we do that, we can illuminate it, and that will slide the whole fireplace over, and we can go down the secret path. This will allow us to flip a switch, and that opens up a gate below us. Now lower the ladder and head down, and then through that newly opened pathway. Proceed up this long hallway and through the door. Now we've got a couple things to do. If you go originally toward the right side, then you can pick up a new recipe for the moon cradle fish pie. And then there are a couple books lying around this area. Let's take them out. I'm just going to skip this battle because you've seen these monsters before. There's nothing new there. And now we can go up and we will see that there's a new ghost girl there waiting to talk to us. The table has some dairy and some meat for us. So run around, grab all of those things, and then go talk to the girl. Hello there. You look strange. Are you alive or something? Hey friend, we're looking for the ballroom. Do you know where it is? Oh, yes, it's somewhere behind this door. Tell you what, you make me a sandwich and I'll open the door for you. Deal. How do you like yours? My favorite is pretty simple. 2 parts pepper, 4 parts dust, 3 parts sugar, and 1 part rust. Between 2 slices of dread, of course. Okay. Where can we find these ingredients? Oh, the kitchen has it all. Let me get the door for you. The recipe's on the counter if you need it. And please hurry, I'm starving. Let's go through the door on the left. I'll get this going. Do you mind gathering the ingredients? Well, if you need to see the recipe, it's right over here. The master sandwich recipe requires 2 parts pepper, 4 parts dust, 3 parts sugar, and 1 part rust, all between 2 slices of dread. So I'm just going to put it up on the screen for you. The first thing that we can pick up is the sugar. We'll grab 3 of those, and then over on the left side, there's some dust. We need 4 of those, so let's select number 4. Now in the bottom corner, we can grab a couple things of pepper. We need 2 of those. And go up, there's a pile of rust over in the right-hand corner. We just need 1 of those. Now go up to the big green loaf of dread, and we will collect 2 of those. Once that's done, go talk to Garl. Let's see what we have here. Pepper 2, dust 4, sugar 3, rust 1, slices of dread 2. Want me to start cooking? Yes. Alright, it's snack time. Just give me a few minutes. You got this, Garl. And done. We should go see that ghost now. Got Master Ghost Sandwich. You can actually get a couple different types of sandwiches if you screw up the recipe, but the Master's the best. Did you make my sandwich? Let's eat! Oh, that is one good sandwich. Here's a little extra for your trouble. And we get 100 gold for that. A deal's a deal. The ballroom is through the library behind me. Just crown the king and you're basically there. Let's go up and through here. Make sure that you're well healed up because this room is really tough if you're unprepared. On the right side there are a couple more of these books, so let's just take these guys out pretty quickly, and then you can see the statue on the right side that we need to go interact with. Run over there and talk to it. The king is wearing a knight's helm. Take it. We will take the knight's helm. Now run over toward the left side. This fight's pretty tough, so make sure that people are healed up. You're going to have to fight against 2 of the Waltzer enemies and 2 spellbooks at the same time. That's a lot of damage that can be coming in all at once. So let's do our best to try to break them down, and when that fight's over, we can continue on. Okay, if you go down to the bookshelf, you'll see some sparklies, and if you interact with that, you get question pack number 3. Now let's go up and talk to this statue. We can put the knight's helm on that one. Now go up the ladder and then over toward the left side, you'll grab the crown on the ground. Now let's go all the way toward the right side. You can either go back down the ladder and run, or just go along the top part here, grappling across the gap, and that will allow you to run around and drop this ladder down. So let's go down and then interact with the king statue. We'll give the king his crown, and that will open up this new puzzle for us to solve. Luckily, this one's very easy to do. There's a bunch of skulls on the left and the right side. We have to make it just like what's in the picture. So the picture will show skulls on the right side. We match that to the right side of the room, and the left side to the left side. So here you can see on the right side, there's from the top down a bull, a human, an ant, and a bird. So we'll go interact with these. The right side is very easy. All you have to do is interact with each one 2 times, and you will make it correct on this side. So bull, human, ant, and bird. Now let's go over toward the other side, where you can see from top down it is bird, ant, human, and bull. So let's go all the way to the left side. We'll turn the first one into a bird, then an ant, then a human, and then a bull. Once it's correctly solved, then we get a new reward in the form of a shared skill, or a dual tech if you want to call it that, and it will be the X Strike skill. That's a really nice skill for us. And then go over toward the right side past the king, and you can go through the door. Now run through the hallway, down the stairs, and you'll see a rock wall that you can climb up. Go up there and then grapple across the gap. Then grab the rock wall again, climb to the bottom to grab a treasure chest down here with the spectral cape. You can equip that on Sarai or onto Garl, whoever doesn't have that. And we'll just take a moment to make sure that Garl is properly equipped here. And we'll go up and over toward the right side along the rock wall, and then we can go down and exit out the bottom. From here, keep going down and interact with the wall. This side of the wall feels brittle. Let's see if we can break through. That did it. Should be a useful shortcut. And indeed it is, because this takes us back to the first room where we have a campfire and a save point. So go ahead and use those facilities. We're also going to take a minute to do some cooking because we have some new recipes that we haven't made yet. First one is the hearty stew. We got that way back in the flooded graveyard. And then also the moon cradle fish pie that we just picked up a moment ago. And we'll just go through and make sure that everything else that we need to cook is made. And we just want to keep a good inventory of items just in case we need them in the middle of a fight. Basically have one of everything at this point that we need from the good stuff. Let's go up and follow the path along and out the top left corner. And now we're in the ballroom. Let's go to the right side first. There's 2 Waltzer enemies, pretty easy to take care of. I think that if you attack the ones that have the countdown of 3 to begin with, you should have enough time to eliminate them, especially if you get the early strike and then use a boost for Valere, because her lunar magic damage will do really good stuff for them. So I'll just show you what that looks like. Start with number 3, do a good attack against that, and then we can have Sarai follow up. We have to try to block that attack that comes at us, but now we can do some boosting, and that should be more than enough to take out one of these monsters. And then we just have to repeat that, and the battle should be over pretty quickly. So there's 1 strike, 2 strike with Sarai, and finally boost it for the win. There you go, pretty easy. Thank you for clearing the evil spirits. It sure feels warmer now. Are you going to the gardens to fight the botanical horror? Why, yes we are. Let's go over toward the left side and through the newly opened door. Follow the path around and you can go outside. There's a table out here. Go ahead and grab a little bit more meat and some dairy. Then keep going all the way to the left side. There is 1 pot over here with a switch in the bottom. Go ahead and press that. That will open up a new pathway through this wall, and that takes us to this hidden treasure chest that we couldn't get before with the rainbow conch in it. Now let's go back out and we will go up from here into the maze of a garden. We'll stick toward the right side at first. Going around you can grab a whole bunch of items like berries and eggs. Those are just nice for doing a little bit more food crafting later on. Just pick up all the materials that you want and then ultimately head for the top part on the right side. Here's some more monsters that we've seen before. The little guys that do the healing if you allow them to, and also the bulb which controls all the vines around the area. So let's just take these guys out pretty quickly. If you use the sunball attack, you can pretty much just one-shot the bulb enemies. That takes out a significant part of the damage that will be coming your way, and then it's just a matter of quickly cleaning up the rest of the enemies. Once they're gone, all of the vines will go away from this area, but we still have to go toward the other area to clear out the vines. But the right side just allows you to go to the left side. Let's keep going around through here, picking up all the berries and the eggs as we go. And eventually we'll have to do the same thing we did on the right side, only this time on the left side. And there's going to be a couple of the zombie enemies and one of these bulbs again. I'm just going to kind of skip this fight because you've seen these enemies before, and we'll finish this fight, and with that enemy gone, it will get rid of all the rest of the vines around this area, allowing us to go fight the botanical horror. We conveniently get another campsite right here, so let's go ahead and rest up. You can save if you need to, and then we'll proceed over toward the right and then up through the door for the boss fight. Okay, the main part of the botanical horror, the part that's in the middle up top, that one we can't do any damage to until all of the vines coming off of it are damaged and destroyed. So the two on the bottom have a little bit less HP, and they focus on doing physical attacks. They'll stick themselves into the ground and then pop up at your feet and do a little bit of damage to one party member. But the ones in the back are the ones you have to worry about, because they use something called quill shot when their turn is up, and they will fire 2 rounds of quills up into the air that fall down and hit random party members. It will either be the same person twice or 2 different characters. I'm just going to use Sarai's attacks to spread out some damage here, trying to also break down some of the skills from the quill shot coming from the far right. And you'll see what that looks like in action. It shoots it up and then falls down very quickly on your 2 party members. So we'll have to endure this. Really what we're trying to do in the initial part of this fight is to build up our combo meter, because our combo is going to be our best friend, especially using that X strike attack that we learned by solving the skull puzzle earlier on. So we got one of the vines down, the bottom right one. Now we'll work on the bottom left one. and then we can start taking out the other ones up top as well. And once they're all done, then that will expose the center part of this boss, and that will allow us to do damage directly to it. But after that boss's turns are up, then it will resurrect all of those vines again, and we'll have to just repeat that process. Luckily though, if you can get a lot of orbs on the ground from doing normal attacks, plus being able to use that X-Strike ability while boosted, you should be able to take out all of the vines at once, and that's going to really speed up this fight for you. Then what you want to do is to have Sarai use Disorient when the main part is exposed and it's also getting low on its turns. That will allow you to further do more damage and lengthen the time that it's vulnerable. So we're going to work on both of those things at the same time. We're going to take out the top flower now. Once it's eliminated, then the center part becomes exposed. It's got 4 turns now of vulnerability. So we're going to attack it with physical attacks. We're trying to get as many orbs on the ground as possible. We can use this time to also collect more MP regeneration as we're doing this fight and doing the normal attacks against it. Unfortunately, Sarai did not have enough MP in order to disorient it, but that's okay. As soon as these vines come back, I've got a full combo meter, I've got orbs on the ground, so when it's Zale's turn, we can just absorb all 3 of those orbs to do a strong boost. We'll use X-Strike, and that will eliminate all 4 of those vines all at once, returning the Botanical Horror to its vulnerability state, and then we'll keep working on it from here. So once again, there are 4 turns for us. We'll go ahead and just start attacking normally, putting more orbs on the ground, refilling our MP. So now when it comes down to it, we'll have Zale attack. That will put it down to a timer of 1, and now we can use Disorient to further extend this vulnerability window. We get a couple more turns out of it. Also building up our combo meter once again so that we can use X-Strike to eliminate all of the vines again, and that's just kind of the pattern that we're going to try to monopolize on, making sure that we have a high combo meter and orbs on the ground so that when it's our turn, we can use a boosted combo to eliminate all of the vines at once and go straight back into the vulnerability phase. So that's all that I really have to say about this fight. I'm just going to let it play out, and I'll see you at the end of it. If you look at it right now, this is when it's not in critical state, and now that we attack it again, it will go into its critical damage state. So you can see it kind of slumps down a little bit, the top part folds down over what I guess would be its face, and it doesn't look so good anymore. So we're pretty close to finishing this thing off. Let's just do a few more attacks and finish it off for good. Alright, we accomplished our part of the mission. Let's regroup with the others. Let's head out the way we came, and we'll get a shortcut scene where Sarai leaves us. The dweller's yours. Good luck. Okay, let's go back over. We can rest at the campsite. And now that the botanical horror is gone, all of the vines of this area have been removed, and they were guarding the door on our left side. So let's head through here. We can open up the treasure chest for a music sheet number 2. Now we just have to return all the way back to the beginning of this area, and we will rejoin the headmaster. So go back through the maze, and then when you get out of it, go over toward the right side and through the door. Keep going through the hallway to the right. Now keep going toward the right, and you can exit out the bottom part. From here, go down, and we're going to follow the path all the way down through that shortcut that we opened earlier. Then over toward the left side and down from the bottom left. Keep going all the way down the hallway, and that takes you back to the main hall. Now go up the main stairs for a cutscene. Good work taking down the botanical horror. The Dweller of Woe is behind this barrier. Join me now. My dear Garl, your courage has been humbling, but you absolutely have to sit this one out. No worries, Headmaster. I'll just watch. In position. The rune I prepared will force the Dweller of Woe to materialize. I will have to maintain focus for it to be vulnerable. I trust you to keep me alive and take down this spawn of evil. You can do it! It comes! Brace yourselves, and do not be fooled by its appearance. It is immensely powerful. Alright, the Dweller of Woe. We're really not able to stop this attack, so we're just going to have to do the best that we can with it. And it will immediately go into one of two different attacks. It can do mirror images, or it can try to send out some different attacks against you as some kind of interesting attacks. But this fight is really fun because if you like big numbers, and this is definitely a big number battle for you. So you can see Valere using her lunar magic against the spirit. We can do just hundreds of damage every time we attack. And we'll just work on taking out these mirror images quickly by using a Moonrang against them and doing lots of damage to them. So very fun fights if you like to see those really big numbers popping up. We also have a few guests for this battle. We have Brugaves, who does his lunar magic, and we have Erlina, who does solar magic, as well as the headmaster himself. He can really only do two things. He can use something called Hold Rune, which will allow us to keep doing those big numbers of damage, but he can also heal us as necessary. Well, we're able to heal ourselves in a variety of ways as well, because we can always use items. Zale can heal, and also Erlina can heal the whole group. We don't have to worry about healing Erlina or Brugaves because they don't have health that we have to worry about, but we do have to keep the headmaster alive because he's technically part of our team right now. If you see an attack like this, you don't have a whole lot of time to react to it, so I'm going to use a boosted Solstice Strike to take care of that. And then, luckily for me, I had Brugaves use his lunar magic to finish off that. and then we don't have to worry about that skill. So this boss isn't too difficult, it doesn't hurt too much at this time, but that will change pretty quickly in the future. Right now, if you look at the Dweller of Woe, she is not in her critical state because her arms are going up and down evenly and she's standing up pretty straight. But after this attack, you can see that she changes a little bit. She's now hunched over a little bit more, and her left arm on our right side is crossing her body. That's a good indicator that she's getting low on health, and this phase of the fight is nearly complete. This is pointless. It won't even show its true form. So much for that rune. The preparations were done properly. We just need more direct light from the eclipse. Garl, get up onto the roof and find a way to let more light in, now! Okay, I'm on it. Alright, I won't let them down. There's got to be a ladder here somewhere. Head down the hall and there is a ladder on the right side that you can climb up. So far so good. Now to find a breach or something. Go up and interact with the rubble pile on the left. Too solid, got to keep looking. Now go down and interact with the bottom of the chimney. This isn't it. Come on, Garl, your friends need you. Now over on the left side, there's some planks. Alright, there's an opening behind this debris. Time to smash through. Let's see now. It's all clogged up with rubble. Urgh, too heavy for me. Can't give up now. Think, Garl, think. Oh, that thing Yolanda told me about gunpowder. Maybe if I just... I bet this will do just right. Okay, better find cover. Haha! It worked! That's bound to come in handy later, too. Garl learned combat skill Cooker Surprise. What the? He could have warned us before pulling something like that. He did it! Perfect. The Dweller is showing its true form. Let us finish this. Well, now you can see that the Dweller of Woe looks significantly more intimidating. That's because it is. It does a lot of new attacks, and they hit pretty hard against our whole party. So we're going to just use the same tactics that we used before, having Valere use a lot of her lunar magic and boosting, but we want to keep some orbs around just in case we have to try to break some locks from it doing its ultimate attack, which is called Pain. So just stick to that same pattern, make sure that people stay healed up, especially if you have a big countdown that's getting toward the end, but still, all in all, not a very difficult fight. So when you see all 10 of these emblems pop up, that's how you know that it's starting to charge the pain attack. And we're going to do our best to break down some of that, but also, more importantly, make sure that we're healed up enough to survive it. It isn't a lethal attack, but it does probably about half of our health and damage. So you definitely want to be on the upper end of your max HP before that attack goes off. Alright, here comes the pain attack. It will do a whole lot of twitching and then slowly stop, and then a second or two later is when it releases all of the pinkish purple souls at us, doing some pretty significant damage. So you'll want to block it just shortly after it stops twitching, and that is the time that it will start to release everything. If you want to get away from that pain attack pretty easily, just have Valere use the Lunar Shield skill, and that should be enough to protect all of your party members from that single attack. Because even though there's a whole bunch of stuff flying at you, it only counts as one attack or one hit. So you'll be completely immune to all the damage if you use Lunar Shield before the pain attack goes off. So let's keep it going, and that's really all you need to know about this fight. So I'm just going to let it play out, and I'll see you on the other side. I think that just about the only critical health cue for this fight or indicator is that early in the fight the legs are together, and when it gets to low health then the legs kind of spread out into a V shape at the bottom. I can't really see anything else apart from that would indicate that it's at low health. So there you go, that's your cue. And we get the aptly named Dweller of Woe trophy when we defeat the Dweller of Woe. Quick, obliterate the core! I won't let you! Sarai? Drop your weapon right now. Tell them what you... Erlina, explain yourself at once. Use the crystal now, Brugaves. I'd rather make this quick. Brugaves, don't! We tried reasoning with you. You left us no other option. Do it. So you really did hold up your end of the bargain after all. Go back from where you came, fiends. These minds are not yours to twist. Oh, is the old man tense? Tense and confused, too. What do you want? Why, the very same thing as your two former friends here. For those born during a solstice to live free. Are they not forced to train? Train and fight horrors too. Liars, you worship the Fleshmancer. Without solstice warriors, the world would be doomed. This meets our conditions. Erlina, why? We took the deal. All they asked was for us to conjure a blood moon. and then there will be no more of this nonsense. The Blood Moon and a Dweller Core. No! My, you catch on quick. At long last, the Dweller of Strife will be resurrected. Resurrected and made stronger too. Brugaves, how are you okay with this? Have you ever wondered what it would feel like for your life to be your own? But why? We just defeated the last Dweller. You can't truly know that. And don't you see that absolutely none of this endless conflict is your fault? That doesn't mean it's not our responsibility. Or yours, by the way. It's not too late, Brugaves. Destroy the core. I'm sorry, Valere. We made our decision. Why give up now? Some of us could still ascend. Into guardian gods? Don't make me laugh. How many centuries were spent suffering and wait for this fake promise? Don't you think it would have happened by now? Enough talk. We must complete the ritual before the eclipse subsides. No! You can't! Oh, I believe we can. Can, and will too. The time has come to resurrect the Dweller of Strife. Now, give us the Blood Moon. No. No! Headmaster! Hey, at least we're safe for now. I'm sure the three of you can take on whatever that Dweller of Strife is. You don't understand. The Dweller of Strife took everything from us. More than 24 Solstice warriors, and yet... But the Elder Mist said... How could they? Headmaster! Let's hurry back. He doesn't seem badly hurt. Probably just a lot to take in. Nothing soup won't fix. Not the twins! Easy, Headmaster. You need rest. Thank you, young lad. You have been quite caring. Don't mention it. Zale, Valere. Yes, Headmaster? I need more time to recover. Our enemies must be at the Fleshmancer's old castle on Mesa Island by now. Mesa Island is currently unreachable, but I trust a solution will come to me if I meditate. In the meantime, please go check on Brisk, assess any damage, and do your best to help any survivors in need. Right away. Thank you, young ones. I will catch up with you when I am ready. I'll go immediately. See you in Brisk. Let's head out of the room to the right and then down so we can exit the bedroom area and be down where we can find our pirate friends. And let's go talk to them now. Well, y'all went and did your thing. Congratulations. Aren't you proud? Y'all just saved a lot of people, pals. A lot has happened, and we're still catching up. Why the long face? Did something unpredictable occur? Y'all look like your mentor turned out to be the bad guy all along or something. Oh, is that the one? Look, well-meaning is my middle name. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was this bad. It's okay, Yolanda. Just a lot to take in right now. Well, anything I can do to help, you let me know, alright? There is something. Lay it on me. Brisk was hit pretty hard. Our orders are to go back and assess the damage and see how we can help. Consider it done, son. Y'all ready to set sail then? Assuming you're all done here, of course. Yes. With the resurrection of the Dweller of Strife announcing a reign of terror thought forever gone, hope appears slim for a world with only 3 Solstice warriors left. The veil of lies now lifted, and part of their innocence left behind. Our heroes head back to Brisk while their headmaster searches for a way to reach Mesa Island. Committed to helping the Cataclysm survivors, they will soon dive headfirst into the eye of the storm to confront a legendary ancient curse. The Dweller crashed right in the middle of town. Sarai is over there. Sorry, we're late. Let's do this. Here we have some new enemies called Strife Minions. They have a lot of HP, 375 to be exact, way more than what we're used to. However, they are very weak to magic, so we're able to hit them really hard, starting with a Sunball, and then anything else that we have, whether it's just a boosted attack or any other form of magic, that will do really well for us too. They like to shoot out these little orbs that hang out, and then on their next turn, if they shoot out their laser, they can hit the orb, and that will cause it to explode and damage any nearby person. So they will shoot the laser, hit it, and then that did a little bit of damage to both Sarai and Valere. Well, now just a matter of doing a couple more attacks, and these enemies will be all done, and we can be done with this fight. These are way stronger than what we fought in the mansion. This Dweller of Strife really must be formidable. And no eclipse anytime soon. There's got to be a way. Let's clear what we can. The dweller must have crashed somewhere. We have to find it. If you go up and talk to this guy, he'll say, "Please don't eat me, please don't eat me, please don't eat me." Hey, you're safe now. Find Yolanda at the docks. Her group will keep you safe. Solstice warriors, Luana be praised. Please help the others. Alright, he's been rescued. We're going to go over here and save the game, and that's going to wrap it up for this time. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget that if you like this video, hit that like button, and also subscribe if you want to see more. Also, don't forget to leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think of this game so far and this series as a whole. So I'll see you very soon for the next episode. Have a good day.